Hello, my name is Anari, but I think most of the people watching this will probably be people I know. And this is part one of my Bulbasaur cosplay videos. Today I'm going to be doing the makeup, like gonna show you how I do it. I'm by no means an expert at makeup. Um, I think I can make up my own face pretty well. Um, but I definitely am not an expert. I'm not a makeup artist, and I wouldn't know how to make up anyone else's face, to be honest. So I mostly glean tips and tricks from YouTube videos, from makeup tutorials, from makeup artists I know in real life, and makeup artists I watch doing what they do. Um, and I just really like watching the process. Um, that's really cool to me. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. And also, one reason I'm making this video is I really need to practice my spoken English. I'm pretty confident with my written English because I write English every day, but I don't speak it that often. When I was still at university, I used to speak it every day, and it was much better. And now my job is in Afrikaans, my family is Afrikaans, my husband is Afrikaans, and I just don't really speak English, so I need to practice that. Okay, so to start off, I already have my sun defense. I use this every day. I started using sun defense, I think, beginning this year, maybe last year sometime. And I think it's really nice and it's important, especially in South Africa, because we've got, you know, quite a bit of sun. Maybe not as bad as Australia, but we do need to look after our skin. So I already have this on, and then I usually I would put on a primer. For example, if I'm going to wear the makeup for the whole day, I have this oil control primer from Catrice. I wore this to Rage Expo when I wore this cosplay, but because it's only for a photo shoot, and I'm gonna put it on, take photos, take it off. So I'm gonna skip the primer today because I just don't think it's necessary. So then my next step will be this color corrector slash concealer thing. It's a color corrector. It's like the yellow color corrector, which I will use on all my red spots. This is something I learned in a Robert Welch video where he was looking at like TikTok makeup hacks, and saying which of them work, which of them are stupid. And there was this girl with a lot of like red spots and stuff on her face. I think it's probably acne or something. I'm not sure, but she covered them with this with a yellow corrector, like each one of them, before she did her makeup, and it looked amazing. Like you couldn't even tell. And also, I think it works better than the concealer I usually used. Also, it's hot as hell today. It is so hot, and at the moment, we are having load shedding, so the power's off. But yeah, let me begin with this. So it's got this funny little brush thing, and you can like push the product out. Ooh, that is way too much. I'll just deal with that in a while. Yeah, so I'm also using natural light from the window now because, as I said, the power is off. So I just put it on like all the little red kind of spots I want to conceal. Okay, so then I need to let this dry. When I first started using concealer on red spots and so on, I didn't know you have to let it dry first. So I would put it on and then put the foundation on, and it would basically disappear because you're like wiping it off with the foundation. so you have to let it dry. I usually don't put concealer under my eyes because I do struggle with it looking crepey. Yeah, so I don't put it under my eyes because I struggle with the texture. I don't think I have pronounced dark rings anyway. I do have this vein right there that you can sometimes see, and when I'm sick it's like standing out a lot. But I'd rather just kind of layer a bit more of the foundation for that. So the foundation I use is Palladio. It's Ivory. I think it's either their lightest one or the second lightest one. And foundation has been a huge pain for me because I've got a bit of a yellow undertone, but a lot of them are too yellow, and then a lot of them are too pink. So it's such a mission. So yeah, I think because I'm like so sweaty and it's so hot, this is also taking a bit longer to dry. Yeah, let's go in. So I use my fingers for the foundation. I used to use makeup sponges, and I did use a foundation brush at a time, but I just feel like they absorb too much of the product, and then you end up really wasting a lot of the foundation because a lot of it is just sitting there in your brush. And the only way to get it out is to wash it. So obviously you can't use that. So what I do, and at first I thought this was super weird when people did this, is I put foundation on my forehead and a little bit on my nose. Oh, that's too much. This is like, you can do something, but when someone watches you or you record yourself, then suddenly it's like you can't do it anymore. Yeah, so basically like that. I used to always do all my foundation first and then eye makeup, and then I saw people do it like this, so that when you use your eyeshadow and you've got fallout, then it's much easier to clean it up because it's just on your skin, it's not like on your foundation. Okay, so I've got an eyeshadow primer, which I was debating whether I'm going to use it because it's just for a shoot, but I think I should because it's so hot and I'm probably going to be like sweating while I'm taking the photos. Although by then the power should be on, so I can put the fan on. But still, it's from Miss A. What's it? Shop Miss A. I don't think it's the best out there because sometimes it makes kind of like clumps. I don't know if I'm using it wrong or whether it's just the formula that's not the best. I don't really know. Okay. So I'm gonna do my makeup like I did it at Rage when I wore the cosplay. So this is the Essence must-haves palette where you could buy your own for, and then you just like put it in there. So what I did was I took this really, really light, it's really pretty, it's like a pearly green, it like really goes really well with the colors. So I took that and I put it up all the way to the brow bone, which is to my eyebrow, which is something I don't usually do. Just gonna put it all the way. Okay, but it is for a cosplay, so then I also tend to be a bit bolder than usual with my makeup because you want it to like stand out. And also I've noticed that when you do makeup for photos, it actually helps to make it a bit more obvious. You know, like stage makeup is more obvious than what you would wear in a normal day. For photos, that also helps. It just makes it easier to see because you've got the flash on you. So especially if you're doing like a studio shoot where you've got the speed lights. Oh, my bra's showing. When I made this top, I put it on, but I didn't put it on with a bra I was gonna wear. So yeah. Yeah, so if you've got speed lights, they can really wash you out. So you need to make your to do your makeup a bit stronger so it shows. And then I took the next one, which is like this bluish shimmer, and I put that there in the corner. Yeah, like about until there. And then I bought this for basically for cosplay because it has just a lot of colors. It's Makeup Revolution, and then I used that very nice shimmery green. I used just want to get the brush. So I used that for basically the whole rest of my lid. I'm just remembering something else about concealer under your eye, which I learned from Wayne Goss. I learned it from a Wayne Goss video where he said that if you put concealer under your eye, it can actually make your eyes look smaller, which makes sense. He's got some very, very nice tutorials for more mature skin. Like, I'm not entirely at the mature skin yet. I'm 35 now, so I'm not there yet, but I'm getting there. And so he's got very nice tutorials about, you know, how you can work with mature skin and makeup. Okay, and then what I did is I took, instead of I'm not going to put eyeliner underneath. So what I did, instead of eyeliners, I used that green, which is a matte. And I put that under with like a pointed kind of brush. So that's like the eyeliner now. Okay. Oh, at least there's a bit of a breeze coming in from the window. It is so hot. It's like Satan's arsehole hot. It's really not pleasant. Okay, and then I think that was it for the eyeshadow. And then I actually want to do something else with my eyebrows. I'm going to try something else with my eyebrows than I did when I wore this. So I bought this, what is it, Beauty Treats Colormania thing. I bought this eons ago, and it came with one of that like spongy eyeshadow applicators, and it didn't work that well, and it didn't look that well. And then this year I decided that I actually want to get rid of it, or well, not get rid of it, but what I do with old eyeshadow and eyeshadow that broke or I don't use anymore is I use it for resin, because you can mix powder in with resin. So I thought before I take it downstairs to the resin, I just want to check how it works with proper brushes, you know, and surprise, surprise, it actually works. So this is a bit different than what I did for wearing it to Rage. So I'm filling in my eyebrows with this this darker green. I know you can also cover your eyebrows with concealer and possibly foundation, and then use eyeshadow to basically like make any color eyebrow you want. I can't do that. I've tried that, and I have not been successful with that. Like it doesn't work. I just make a mess every single time. For my Poison Ivy cosplay, which I actually did have red eyebrows for, what I decided to try was I took the matte lip gloss and I put that on my eyebrows and it worked. So yeah, you can also do that, I guess. But I don't have something like that in the right color. I don't have like a green like that. I think it looks okay. Okay, so next I'm gonna do the lashes, and I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to get mascara on false lashes. It just sounds like a bad idea. I know you're not supposed to get it on lash extensions either. Not that I ever get those or ever want to, because I will not be able to sit still for someone to do that to me. There's no way. So I never do that. I also I don't like putting on layer after layer after layer of mascara. You know, spider lashes clumping. I don't like that. Okay, so these are synthetic magnetic lashes, which I wore for my Poison Ivy cosplay. I bought these at Foschini. They've actually got quite nice house brand makeup. I bought you can see it's like a 3/4 lash. Because I was afraid that it's going to be too heavy, because it's got actual magnets on it. So I was afraid a full one is going to be too heavy. So I bought this one, and I must tell you, it is actually not heavy at all. It was more comfortable than a lot of glue-on lashes that I have. So how it works is you put on this eyeliner that comes with it, that obviously has some kind of metal in it. So you put on one application, then you let it dry, then you put on the second application, and then you let it dry for about a minute, and then you put the lashes on. But the thing is, you only have one chance. You only have one chance to put on the lashes. It's not like glue on lashes that you can kind of like glue, and if you see you've got it skew, you can kind of like reposition it. you have one chance. If you put them on and you take them off, they actually peel off the part of the eyeliner that they are stuck to. So you'll need to do the whole thing again. Yeah, so you've got one chance. And now I've got it on my finger, so I'll need to go wash my hands before I put on the rest of my foundation, because I've done that before where I've got something on my hands like eyeshadow or whatever, and then I don't notice and I start putting on the rest of my foundation, and then I smear blue eyeshadow or whatever color eyeshadow all over my cheeks. which is not ideal. Okay, so I'm just gonna wait for that to dry. So I've got like 3 little magnets there, and there. So it's not the whole thing isn't a magnet. I really had no idea how these work before I bought them, but I decided it sounds like a good idea to try it. And also they're really pretty. Okay, so they are this eye. Like I said, you've got a one chance. So if you put on the wrong eye and the wrong eye, then you also have to start it again, because you're probably going to mess up your eyeshadow as well. There, see, it's so easy. I was so surprised. Oh, the power just came on. I was so surprised the first time I put them on, and it's just like, oh, bing, there they are. Amazing. So I probably, at some point, they feel very fragile. I'm so afraid that I'm gonna tear them. So at some point I'll probably, oh, look at that. I'll just have to go clean that off. Oh yeah, I was busy saying I will probably buy a full set at some point. Okay, so I am going to clean up my hands, clean up that thing there, and then yeah, we're almost done. Okay, I'm back, and I forgot a step with my eyebrows, something I like to do because I've got quite unruly eyebrows. They're quite thick and I don't really want to pluck them thinner, but they can get quite unruly. So what I use is this Lash and Brow gel mascara that's colorless, and then I just kind of like brush them into place, and this works pretty well to keep them all just kind of where I want them. Okay, so I've washed my hands so I can put on the rest of my foundation. I try not to rub my face too much and always go like in an upward direction. That's just something my mom taught me. My nose is very like squishy. My husband thinks it's very amusing. I always thought everyone's nose is that squishy. Turns out it isn't. Okay, so I'm still trying to be a bit gentle over these places where I put the color corrector, because if you rub hard you can still rub it away, So that's what I'm trying to do now. But of course the heat doesn't help because my face is sweating a bit. And I do have a bit of an oily skin, which of course also doesn't help. I think it's more like combination skin with oily patches, because it's not, all of it isn't oily all the time. But anyway, so what I did when I wore this cosplay was, instead of doing my contour with a cool brown like I usually do, because a warm brown just looks orange on me, I can't use a big contour brush for this, obviously, because the pan is just that big. But I decided to do my contour in this dark green. It's not something I would do normally. Oh yeah, the same makeup artist who did my Christmas Poison Ivy, she did my contour in green. I'll post a link to her page in the description. Yeah, she did my contour in green. I was like, you can do that? I didn't know you could do contour in a different color. That's cool. I mean, obviously, if you're painting your whole face blue or something, you will do contour in blue. But I didn't really think you could do it without, you know, face paint. So I am not very good at contouring my nose. That is just something. Also, I never want to contour my nose too thin, because I see pictures of people who contour their nose too thin and it looks weird, and I don't like it. I don't like how it looks. Maybe other people do. I don't. And then I'm always kind of like afraid that my nose will end up looking like that, which I don't want. A little bit of fallout. It's fine. Okay, yeah, so I did the nose contour, and then I did like a little bit underneath there. That just gives kind of a, makes your lips look a bit fuller. I also in photo editing, in photo editing, all the places where you put contour on your face is where I would do dodge and burn. So the burn is the contour and the dodge is the highlighter. Oh yeah, and then I did some there. Trying to like buff that out because it's such a small brush. And also what I wanted to do with this is, my hair is really dark, and I think my hairline is quite close here, because so many wigs don't cover this piece of my hair. It's like, it's just not in the area that wigs go over. I don't know why. So I'm guessing my hairline there is a bit closer to my face than most people, than the average person, because I mean, obviously they make wigs and stuff for whatever the average build or size or whatever it is. So it's a bit difficult doing contour with such a small brush. So what I'm doing is also something I learned from Robert Welsh's video, also one of his TikTok ones, is to, because I've got a round face. Okay, let's start with that. Face shape. I've got a round face and I want to make it look less round. So then I take the contour kind of like straight down, because that elongates the face. Whereas, for example, my mom has a longer, thinner face, so she would not do that, because it's just going to make her face look very long and probably kind of gaunt. So she would do contour more like this, for example. But I've definitely got a round face, which I want to make look less round, so that's all I need to know. I don't, like I said, I don't do other people's makeup. I just do my own. I'm trying to get this like equally dark. And then what I usually do with my contours, I do this, because I do have like this really annoying to me double chin effect, which I don't like, so I kind of want to hide it as well as I can. Obviously with doing the shoot, I also try to pose, you know, I try to hide it as much as I can with how I pose as well. Okay, then highlighter. Just checking to see if my hands are clean. I bought this Revolution Tester highlighter from Beauty Bound. They basically like make a Revolution reseller. I don't think they have many other brands. The retail size is quite big, and I wasn't sure which color I would like. And I don't want to buy 3 big ones and then I don't use it. So when I saw they had this for like, I think it was like 10 rand each. And it's a tester, but it hasn't been used. So it's probably like a tester they sent out to the shops and it didn't get used and the shops returned it or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, so I bought 3 colors. I don't know if they had others, but you know, I bought the 3 and I've only used this one because it's got it's like an iridescent color and it's got like a little bit of blue in it, so it goes with the outfit. So highlighter, which is the Dodge from Dodge and Burn. I'm not very good with liquid highlighters. I use like a powder highlighter, or I've got one that's like a cream highlighter in a compact. So this is a bit new to me, because I'm almost thinking like it's liquid, right? And the foundation is liquid, so won't this just oh, did get fall out there, you know, won't this just smudge your foundation then? So this is, I'm still actually learning how to use this, but I did use it when I wore the cosplay and it worked quite well. I also just need to get used to how much I actually need to put on. You don't want to put on too much. So when I edit photos, this I would also dodge and, well, dodge, not burn, dodge the cheekbone area. It's really like contouring. You highlight the same areas and you darken the same areas, and it gives an illusion of the lighter areas being more forward and the darker areas being more back, which is really cool. I mean, also people who paint, who draw and paint will also know that, because you will shade next to the nose and stuff like that. I'm not entirely happy with my nose contour. I think I'm just trying to blend it a bit more. I think what I did was I also brought it a bit forward onto my nose. Okay, so next up, is my little Cupid's bow highlight that I like to do. I've got this metallic eye pencil. I basically never use it for my eyes, but I do use it right there on my Cupid's bow. Which, and you know, you can go a bit to the side as well with it and kind of blend it in. And that's also something you would do in Dodge and Burn. Okay, so I got my lipstick and my lip shine. I bought this long ago because there was this time where weird colored lipsticks were in fashion. I was just like, yes, I need to buy them now because they are not going to stay around. So this is like a really nice dark green. It's not an emerald green. It's got a bit of blue, I think, I'd say. I'd say it does have a little bit of blue in it. It's not a pure green. Yeah, this is Essence as well. All the makeup I use is cruelty free because I just think by now we know what you can use for makeup and what not. So I just think there's no reason to test makeup on animals. This looks so nice on top. Let's do that. Yeah. It looks so nice. It's so shiny. It's a bit, oh, it's a bit holographic. Although, I mean, yeah, holographic can actually only be made with Q-Tex. So it's not pure holographic. Okay, so I've got my jewelry. Oh yeah, I always forget to take this thing off for shoots because I really need to wear it all the time. But I'm just going to be at home, so that's fine. And then I made some jewelry for the cosplay. And I'm not going to put on other earrings because you're not going to even see my ears, which is good because I've got fake ears, and you know, then it's going to be like 4 ears. And I made this as well. And I am not going to put a wig cap on now. When I wear a wig somewhere out, you know, for the whole day, I do put on a wig cap. But I'm lazy now, and like I said, I'm just gonna wear this, take photos, and then take everything off and wash my face, and yeah. So I am not putting on a wig cap now. Trying to okay, that thing broke off. Okay, whatever, it's underneath everything. See, I've got this issue there that the dark hair sticks out. Like, it's annoying. And there's no way I am shaving that or something. So that's also why I wanted to make the contour dark. But anyway, I will show in the next video how you edit that as well. So yeah, and then I've made these ears with foam clay, and yeah, they don't look too great. I'm not very good with clay. I wish I was. Like I just need to practice a lot more with clay. Oh, and it's so hot, so my little baby hairs are like sticking to my face. But of course I can edit that out. Okay, so there we go. I hope you found it interesting or maybe entertaining, I don't know. But I am ready to go take photos. And then part 2 will be me showing you how I do all the editing from start to finish. Bye.